Hello, everyone. Welcome back to CBJ Sports. This week, just me and Josh, as you can see. CJ might join if we get later on and to the podcast, and we're still going. We're going to talk college football. Big day yesterday. Chaos in college football. The NFL, week 3 this week. Of course, I'm wearing the Panthers jersey. 3-0. Not gonna linger on it too much, but a good start for the Panthers. We're going to also talk about the Ryder Cup and MLB baseball postseason. First, we start in college football, which was one of the craziest days that I've seen forever. In the first game is the Clemson loss versus NC State. The offense finally comes back and bites the Tigers in the butt. And yesterday, it's just a lot of injuries on the defense side of the football for me. And I mean, it's shocking how bad the offensive line looks. I think NC State just caught them as the first real team I think that Clemson has played so far. I think NC State caught him at the right time and was able to knock him off at home at 3:30.
Yeah, it was kind of just perfect timing for everything. Like we had Brian Breezy go down, and they kind of after that injury, I think they went down and scored right there, and then the next drive they went down and scored again, and they put up points every drive after that, and it was kind of like a momentum swing, and they got a really big one, and DJ is really, I think next couple games if he doesn't step up, I can't even pronounce the other guy's last name that's behind him, but it might be his time.
Bache or something like that. It's like some with P. It looks like
Yeah, it's
pomegranate.
yeah,
I
but
don't.
I don't think it's said with the P either though. So
Another name we won't really pronounce the Clemson quarterback position. I think Clemson could get it rolling in the next few weeks. I mean, yeah, the schedule's not that crazy, but the ACC is really confusing right now. There's a lot of teams showing up that a lot of people didn't expect. But it should
I
be
think that
fun down
that's
this
all of college football, not
right
just
now.
ACC.
Yeah, right now every conference looks a little iffy. And the next two questions are about the two conferences that look even iffier. Oklahoma really did look good against West Virginia. They were calling for Spencer Rattler to be benched. Uh, can someone knock them off? And I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna have my response second.
I think someone could definitely easily knock Oklahoma off. I'm pulling up their schedule right now just to kind of give you like a team that I think could easily knock them off here in the next couple of weeks. They have they got Texas. I forgot about that. Texas. I got Texas winning that game. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my bookie real quick. I
Yeah,
got I'm gonna take Texas on that one.
that's exactly the name I have down. I have right after that dot dot dot. They really might be back in the Big 12. I think Texas has looked really good. Everyone brings up the Arkansas loss. Obviously, that doesn't look bad anymore. Arkansas looked really good against Texas
Yeah.
A&M as they beat KJ Jefferson. Looks like Cam Newton in an Arkansas jersey. Uh, that loss doesn't look as bad as people think. That just means that SEC are really good this year, which it is.
Yeah,
But I
Arkansas's
think
got a little good team built this year.
yeah,
I like
I think
Arkansas.
that loss isn't as bad as people think, especially game one. I think Texas has kind of figured it out. I think Texas could be the first team also to knock off Oklahoma. Uh, Moving on to this next conference in the Big Ten, Ohio State has looked worrisome in the first couple of weeks offensively. Yesterday without CJ Stroud, they looked okay, but it was Akron. Is there a team that can come out of the Big Ten and maybe make the playoffs? And to me, I wish CJ was here because I think he would disagree with this from big time. I have Penn State. I think the quarterback and Sean Clifford's good enough. I think the defense is the best in the conference. I think Penn State really could win this conference for the first time since they had Saquon Barkley, which they didn't win it that year, but they should have. I think this is the best team since that team for Penn State. I think they could win the Big Ten.
Yeah, I like Penn State, but I'm gonna go with a little sleeper. It's not mainly the highest odds at all. I'm gonna go Michigan State. I think being able to run the ball in college and manage a game the way they've been able to manage games is almost like Alabama when with their glory running days with Derrick Henry and them. But I'm gonna go with the sleeper and go Michigan State. I mean, I think they got the best running back, definitely the best stats wise right now, running back in the FBS right now.
Yeah, I think Michigan State's run game's gonna help them a lot this year. Yesterday, almost got scared by Nebraska in that game. Yesterday, one close one, I'm pretty sure. But Michigan State definitely could win, especially Big Ten. You got to be able to run the football defense. Good team. Uh, the Pac-12. The question is, should Oregon scare the SEC? They've looked really good the first couple of weeks. They took down Ohio State. The offense looked like an Oregon offense? My instant response is no. I think the offense looks good against Pac-12 teams like Arizona, but I don't think it's going to look good if you play Georgia or Alabama, even Arkansas. I think the SEC should only be scared of a couple teams uh, in the Big Ten and Big 12, but not Oregon. I'm just not worrisome of that Oregon offense.
Yeah, like you said Alabama and Georgia. I think definitely them two should not be too worried about Oregon's offense right now. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I agree. That is really the chaos from the other day. I know Baylor beat Iowa State. I'm trying to think. Georgia Tech beat North Carolina. I brought that up. Sam Howell looked terrible. The Heisman is flip flop sideways. I'll probably have an update during the middle week of our Heisman odds for CBJ. But college football had a crazy day. Uh, and now we're on to pick them for another crazy weekend of ranked matchups. A lot of crazy matchups in my eyes. Uh, my record is 7-8. I don't look good. CJ's not here. He has the best record, 9-5, and Billy was 4-7. I think Josh in week one when he did it was like 1-4. I'm not gonna bring it up,
that's
Josh.
what they say.
I'm not gonna
Though.
bring it up. I'm not gonna bring it up. But
Don't
maybe you
believe
can
it.
have a bounce back week here, week 4. Uh, but the first game is Michigan, Wisconsin. I talked about it a while ago. I think Michigan's really good. Me and Josh were both talking about Michigan a while ago before we started. I think Michigan wins this one handily. I don't think Wisconsin's great. They didn't look good against Notre Dame, but I think Michigan gets its first big win in the Harbaugh era.
Yeah, I definitely got Michigan in this one. Wisconsin kind of looked like they fell apart yesterday.
Yeah, get the
It
third
looked
string
rough. Yeah,
quarterback.
it
Yeah,
looked rough.
I agree. Georgia Arkansas is probably going to be game day for me in my eyes. I think this is going to be a top 10 matchup more than likely. I've been so high on Georgia that it hurts me to say that. I think Arkansas upsets the Bulldogs. I don't know where they play. I don't. If it's in Athens, it's gonna be tougher. But Arkansas was so good. KJ Jefferson's a playmaker. I want to go Arkansas on the upset of the best defense in college football in my eyes. I think Arkansas steals one.
Let me look at where it's at right now. It's at Georgia. I'm going Georgia. I think it's gonna be a close one though. Like I
Yeah.
don't disagree with you picking Razorbacks, but the only reason that's I'm going Georgia is home. I'm a little easier to play at home.
Yeah, I think JT Daniels should be back for that game. The offense is still a little worrisome. I know they put 62 on Vandy. That doesn't mean anything.
That means
Vanderbilt is
nothing.
really bad. But I think Arkansas Georgia is going to be a very fun one Saturday to watch. The next one, Cincinnati Notre Dame. This could be a playoff game for Cincinnati. If they win this one, there's no way you can't put that team in the playoffs if they go undefeated. And I'm going to stick with Cincinnati. They're the best comeback group of seniors, I think, in college football. I think this is their coming out party. I think Cincinnati gets into the playoffs with this one.
This one's hard. I don't.
That's close.
It's definitely not a game I'm putting money on. It's just uh, I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna go Cincy. I want to see Cincinnati win. Notre Dame. I mean, they scored. Well, how many points was it in the fourth quarter?
Yeah,
It was
that.
like all their points came in the fourth quarter. That's
Yeah,
what really
kick
took them over
return.
that game. They had a kick return that was like an interception on like 30-yard line or something. Then they had pick six.
Notre Dame's defense is for real.
Yeah, yesterday it looked like it was very. I thought it was gonna be like 3-3 in the fourth quarter. Watching that first half, it was just like so much defense.
41-13. Yeah,
I'm gonna go Cincinnati on this.
yeah, I like Cincy. I think this is going to be the first step in the direction of the 12-team playoff because once teams from other conferences are like, oh no, Cincy's making the playoffs, they're going to be like, oh, we got to add more teams. We can't have Cincy at the 4. But I think they do it. I think this is their playoff game to get in. I think it's going to be a big one. Another game that I'm not really excited to watch because I think it's going to be a same old movie. Alabama, Ole Miss. Everyone is high on Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin. I think Bama smacks them by 50. I don't think Ole Miss has any type of defense. The offense is okay, but this same team got beat by. I say this from our game, but this same team lost to Arkansas by 30 last year. This is not a top 6 team in the SEC. I think Alabama wins very easily.
I got Alabama. I don't know easily. I mean, yeah, easily, but like I don't think they're gonna win by 50. I don't think.
I think it's
I
over
wouldn't say that.
21.
21, 21 point
I think
spread. You're taking
easily
it.
over 21. I think if the spread's 14, I'm taking it and running. There's just no way. I mean, maybe.
I
I
don't
think
know. I don't know. I think Alabama though is so like as we've seen Florida almost beat them. I think Alabama's gonna have games this year where they're gonna pull out and win because of their raw power, just the recruits they have. But I think that there's gonna be a lot more closer games this year with Alabama than people think.
yeah. I mean,
But I'll definitely take Alabama over Ole Miss, like in
yeah.
the like money line. Pick the money line on that.
I was kind of shocked that Florida played them so close that they
That's
came
what I'm
back
saying.
and played
Florida.
them close. But maybe Ole Miss shocks me. But talking about a team we talked about a while ago, Oklahoma gets their first real ranked matchup so far in Kansas State. But I'm sorry, this isn't the week they lose. Kansas State looked really bad last week. I got Oklahoma. Even if Spencer Rattler's not the quarterback, I think Oklahoma wins just being able to run the football.
Yeah, I got Oklahoma, Kansas. They lost 31-20, right?
Yeah,
Yesterday to Oregon State. So yeah, I got Oklahoma pulling out this one, and then I got money on Texas next week. So
I agree. The last one, Clemson, off of a loss, gets undefeated. Boston College. And I was on Twitter yesterday looking at Boston College fans going crazy that they get to play Clemson next week. They think this is like their dream come true.
this is their Super Bowl.
This is their ACC coming out party to get to 5-0. They claim this is their best defense since Luke Kuechly standing at middle linebacker. They really believe in this defense and this football team. And, and I got to ride with them because I haven't believed that Clemson can move the football. And if Boston College defense is for real, then all they got to do is put up 10 and they might win this football game. So I'm going to run with Boston College. It's going to be the same as this week. I think Boston College, if they win it very closely in the fourth quarter. But I'm going to go just because I don't know if Clemson can move the football.
Where'd you go?
Boston.
Austin? I don't know.
It's tough. I don't want to go Boston College, but I haven't seen Clemson move the football.
Like honestly, like even me as a Clemson fan, like it wouldn't hurt you to say if say we played Boston College yesterday instead of NC State, I wouldn't have been mad if you said Boston College yesterday. But Clemson coming off a loss like that, now they have 2 losses. That's gonna be a mad team.
Just don't know if they can move the football.
And that's the hardest part. They can't move the ball. They can't move the ball
what we said
at
after
all.
Georgia. This team's gonna be mad. They're gonna go undefeated, and NC State smacks them on a Saturday or upsets them. So it's like,
but NC State, I mean, it was a couple years ago at NC State is. I'm not saying NC State's good.
Team.
No,
yeah.
That's a horrible loss.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like if I knew there was gonna be a game Clemson would lose based off watching the Georgia game, how we can't move the ball, I knew it was gonna be this.
I also think Boston College is a better football team than NC State.
Honestly, I haven't watched any Boston College years.
I mean, they're 4-0 for a reason.
So, I'll go Clemson.
I think it's going to be a very tight game. I think if the spread
I'd say
14, I'm taking whoever's on the 14 side.
Maybe they'll put Pajama Mahala in there.
Yeah,
he came in 1 play touchdown. He didn't score it, but changed the game.
I think Clemson. I mean, as a fan base, you can't get mad. 2 championships in 4 years. A good run for the Tigers to not make the playoffs this year. I think it's a good run for Dabo. What?
Have you seen that? You know that TikTok trend where like sometimes all I think about is you.
Mm-hmm.
It's going off right now with
Trevor
Lawrence.
Yeah, and Deshaun Watson. I saw that. Talking about Trevor Lawrence and Deshaun Watson, we're moving on to the NFL. One of them not playing. One of them needs to start playing football. But the pick'em records, I look terrible. I'm 2-3. KJ last week went 4. 2 weeks ago went 4-1. Yeah, KJ had a good week that week. Went against me and CJ. We're both 2-3. But I think I can make a jump back this week. I got a lot of good upset picks this week. First game, Colts Titans. I talked about this with you before the podcast. I'm big on the Colts this week. I think the Colts offense gets rolling. If Carson Wentz plays, Jonathan Taylor can get going against Titans. And the Colts defensive front 7 is the best part of this team. I don't think Derrick Henry goes off. I'm going to take Colts both.
I'm going Tennessee. And you'll hear the big reasoning with the later on question.
Chargers Chiefs, maybe the best game of the week besides Bucks Rams. Justin Herbert versus Patty Mahomes, and their first real matchup ever since Justin Herbert was a rookie. I gotta go Chiefs. I think this offense is too much. The Chargers defense looked terrible last week against Dallas. I'm gonna go Chiefs at least by 10.
I'm going Chiefs here. Chargers last week they got in the red zone. What do you have? 3 picks in the red zone or 2 in the red zone and 1 outside the red zone. Herbert definitely was. I don't know what it was. He did that was against the Dallas defense, and I think we all know what a Dallas defense is like. That's not nothing too special there. And they had a couple players out, but yeah, I'm going Chiefs on this one. I agree with you with the +10 spread there.
Yeah, I like that one. This is one that I've been huge on all week. Bengals Steelers, no TJ Watt. The Steelers are missing 3, 4 guys on defense. I think Joe Burrow has a field day today. I have Bengals big. I think Joe Burrow has a coming out party as a 2nd-year player. I think this is going to be his best game of his career. I think Jamar Chase has a big day. Joe Mixon plays good. Now, let's not act like the Bengals defense is any type of bad. This is very above average defense. I got Bengals big.
I don't know. This one's hard because like I know like
It's
TJ Watt's
close.
not playing, but it's
Yeah,
like it's still the Bengals O line. So
yeah,
it's like
that's true. That's good.
how good of a rush do they need?
Yeah.
And as a Bills fan, we saw in that game that any type of pass rush is, and they can just rush 4 and they're getting a pass rush, and they got damn 8 defenders back there playing the pass. So I mean, if Joe Mixon has a good game, I mean he could have a good game. But is Big Ben playing? I know he was questionable.
I think he is.
He is. I'm gonna go Steelers. I'm not gonna work with you here just in case you take the loss. I'm blaming it on you. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
go
like it.
Steelers here.
I like it. Mate, this is the biggest game of the week. The closest odds. I just checked it. It's 110, 110. It's exactly even. Matthew Stafford, Tom Brady. This preview maybe of the NFC Championship. Uh, and I'm gonna go Rams. I think Matthew Stafford's gonna be a little too good today. I think the Bucs defense is good, but I don't think people realize that secondary for Tampa Bay is
Yeah,
not the
that's
highlight of that defense.
horrible actually.
Yeah, Cooper Cup might have a field day today against Tampa. Also, Antonio Brown is out, so Tom Brady's going to have to force the ball to Mike Evans or Gronk. But I think this Lions defense is the best defense to me. I said preseason in the league. I think they prove it today. I think they hold the Bucks to under 14. That's one of my biggest hot takes of the week.
Ooh.
I have the Rams by maybe a touchdown.
I'm going Tampa on here because it's very hard to bet against Tom Brady, and especially the way he's playing with like 17 touchdowns in the last 4 games. That's is he regressing or is he getting better? We don't know. But uh,
God,
14. I don't know if Rams defense can hold a Tom Brady to 14 points.
Louisiana
That
is starting today.
doesn't change anything. I mean, if he was in a Jacksonville jersey, I might, but I don't. Um, I don't know. I know you said Tony Brown's out, but you forgot also named Chris Godwin, who was
Yeah.
still like a number 1 receiver there. Technically, Mike Evans wasn't there. I'm gonna go Tampa. It's hard to bet against Tom Brady, and I don't know if
I
the
mean,
Rams can hold him to 14 points.
it's even
That's
down the
gonna
middle.
be.
I think the
I
Rams.
think it's gonna be like 20. It's gonna be like 28. No, hold on. I think it's gonna be a field goal game, like
I like
28, somewhere around there.
I have high respect for that Rams defense. I think they're gonna play good today.
I do too.
Yeah,
Ramsey. I like the way that what they're doing with Ramsey, using them in the inside, really getting them involved. You can't really run away from them no more.
you
I
can't.
don't know.
He's gonna line up against your best receiver and gun him all night long.
Oh, he's not even
Uh,
doing that. Like they got him lined up inside, like almost like not rushing the passer, but almost. He's like right there. He's not really on number 1 receivers no more all the time, and you don't want that. So, and I kind of like it though, because he's getting involved in the defense instead of teams just kind of hiding from him. You can't really do that anymore.
I got a name we didn't mention. Aaron Donald's maybe the best football player
Oh,
on the
yeah,
planet.
then we got
Yeah, I mean,
that's
I
fine.
think I think the Rams are going to look good today. Another big game, Seattle, Minnesota. Minnesota's put up what 30 points every single week and have yet to win a football game. I think this is the day they steal it. I think the Vikings defense shows up against Russell. Uh, Kirk Cousins is going to be Kirk Cousins. I've loved him since we started this podcast before. I'm a big fan of Kirk. He's looked perfect this year. I think the Vikings finally get that dub against Seattle.
I'm going. I'm gonna go Seattle here, and the only reason I say Seattle, actually, hold on, I don't know. It's gonna be a shootout. I think. I think
It's gonna be
the
just
both
like the
teams are gonna put up
Cardinals game.
40. I
It's
think
gonna be
both
the
teams are gonna put
Cardinals
up
game.
40.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's kind of like picking and choosing here. Who's gonna put up 40 first? It's like because like Vikings seeing what Derrick Henry did to that defense in the second half last week, and Dalvin Cook's gonna see that and like, all right, field day for me today. But then you get Kirk Cousins like, hold up, I'm throwing for 400 today. That's the
Alvin's out
Seattle
today.
defense, huh?
Alvin's
Dalvin's out.
he's a game time decision.
Um, well, he needs to make a decision early for my fantasy. But I don't know. This one's gonna be a nail biter down in when it first one to score 40. I think is what it's gonna come down to.
I completely agree. Um, I've said some hot takes during these segments, but we have another one. I take week 3, and mine's completely different. Me and Josh talked about it before. I'm big on Zach Wilson. I think the Jets show up and knock off Denver. I think this is a really people don't think that this Jets defense is for real. I think it proves it's building today. I think Salah shows his muscles today. I don't believe in Teddy Bridgewater as I wear a Carolina Panthers jersey. I think the Jets knock off Denver.
Hot take. I mean, there's so many I could go with,
Man,
especially
there's a
with
lot
these
of
rookie
upsets that could happen
quarterbacks.
today.
With these rookie quarterbacks, Justin Fields. I'm not gonna down Ruski like that. I don't know if he's watching or gonna watch this, but I don't know. I picked him in fantasy though, so just in case. I'm gonna go with. Mm, I think Giants are the favorites over Atlanta, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna go. I'm trying to think of a good one here. I'm gonna go Eagles over Cowboys. Monday Night
I
Football.
like that one. I like that one. That might be a money pick tomorrow. I like the Eagles this year. I completely agree. I think the Eagles are going to look really good against Dallas tomorrow. I'm also a huge fan of Micah Parsons. I think that's going to be one of the best outside linebackers in the league in a few years.
Had him
But
rushing the passer last week
yeah, I think
and on the
that
ground.
that can be a big game for that division early in the year.
Micah
Uh,
Parsons, he's gonna be a name you're gonna hear for years and years
yeah,
to
he's
come.
gonna, he's
Because
gonna be
right
one of
now,
the yeah.
think of the role he's in right now. He's trying to learn so much. Last week they had him rushing like hand on the ground, rushing the
He's
passer,
so big and
pass coverage.
fast.
Give him 3 years, you're gonna hear about him every week.
I think he's gonna be
Yeah.
like a TJ Watt type guy. I think he should be the
What's gonna
fastest
hurt?
one
Well,
out.
the only thing that could hurt him is being on a Dallas defense.
Yeah, that is
That's the
correct.
only thing that could hurt him.
I completely agree with that. I know it's week 3, but I want to go through and talk our awards so far, which is MVP, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, and Defensive Player of the Year, and Coach of the Year. Uh, I have a lot of the same team, I feel like, but MVP, I'm going to go Kyler Murray. He's been the best player all year long. They're undefeated. I have to go with Kyler Murray. And he's a quarterback.
I agree with you. If it was before week 8, the awards came out. I don't know. Something that happened last year. I'm not gonna put all my money on Arizona this year because we saw the same stuff last year. They came out just absolute firing, and then they had one big game at the end of the year against Bills. But other than that, after week 8, it was kind of like they fell apart.
Yeah,
Not really fell apart, but slowed down a lot.
yeah, last year they started out like 5-1. Their only loss was to the Panthers, which Panthers fans were shocked that they beat the Cardinals. But it's like that team looked really good last year at the beginning of the year and fell off. But it's a new team, a lot of new faces. I think.
I'm gonna go with someone who you can almost guarantee he's gonna carry their team on a good team. I'm gonna go with Lamar. I hate Lamar, but this is his year to win MVP again if he's going
You
to.
really could win MVP
Because
again.
they don't got they got Tyson Williams. If you think Tyson Williams is the number one back, you're crazy. I mean, he's in a running
No,
offense, so
he's
he's
the
got.
number one back.
That's what I'm saying. He is the number.
He's third in
He's
rushing right now.
third. That's what I'm saying. He's like third in rushing in the NFL over running backs.
Yeah.
Is he a running back? I don't know,
He's
but
behind Derek and Christian.
yeah. So I mean, and then he's gonna have to throw the ball, and he can make them passes every now and then. He's
I
gonna
think
get the stats. His
this year to
stats are gonna
start the
be
year,
crazy.
he's proven the people wrong that he can't throw. He has looked amazing throwing the football so far this year. That, like you said, the offense has got to come together. I think it's going to be a good team by the end of the year. Second, offensive rookie of the year. I'm going to stay in Arizona. Rondale Moore has been electric at wide receiver. He's top 15 in receiving yards. I got to go Rondale Moore.
Rondale Moore.
And no quarterbacks have impressed me.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's so hard not to go quarterback here, but we're just doing predictions for Week 16. I'm gonna go. It's gonna be a hard one to say. I'm gonna go Mac Jones, just because quarterbacks are always favored when it comes to offensive rookie of the year, and Mac Jones is gonna be consistent all year, but he's gonna have games where he's gonna have to uh throw a lot instead of only throwing for like 250. But he's gonna be consistent about it. He's not gonna throw a lot of interceptions. He's gonna get his touchdowns. So if you guys have him in fantasy, don't worry about him. He's gonna get his touchdowns. It's coming. But I'm gonna go Mac Jones.
I like it. I like it. On the other side of the football, defensive rookie of the year. Mine out of the picture. Jason Horn probably out for a few months. I think he could have won it. He's been locked down so far this year. But the other corner that got taken with him, and his name's not Patrick Surtain, Dante Samuel Jr. in Los Angeles has looked really good. I think he got 2 picks already. Him and JC had the top two lowest passer ratings at corner in the entire league. I gotta, if it's not JC, which it won't be, I gotta go Asante.
I know you already know where I'm going with this one. Gregory Russo is a different breed, let me tell you. Gregory Russo, I mean, that is a hard man to stop there. Was he 6'6", 6'7", 260 pounds, and one of the fastest edge rushers in the NFL right now. It's strong. So he's 4.5, 5 sacks right now?
I think Win means he hit 3.
3. He had 3 last week.
Or then it was 3.5 or 4 because he had one.
But I think it's 4. Yeah, I think it's 4. I don't think. Yeah, it's not 5. But I think coming out of, it's crazy to see that out of Buffalo. Buffalo's not a sack team, and he's in there getting sacks. And with AJ Epinesa on the other side too, I'm going Gregory Russo.
I like it. I like it. Moving on to defensive player of the year, and I know everyone's first reaction. Oh my God, who's a Panthers fan? Number one defense in the league so far. I think this defense is going to be a very key contributor of what this team can do. So I got to go Shaq Thompson. He's top 5 in tackles. He has 2 interceptions on the year already, a forced fumble, 2 sacks. Shaq Thompson has looked the part at middle linebacker for the Panthers, and if he can keep that up and this defense stays afloat, it's going to be because of Shaq Thompson.
I'm gonna go with like an easy
Hey, Bobby
do.
Wagner.
No. I mean, he proved. I said his name earlier this year. None of you guys said his name in top 5 linebackers, but what he had 19 tackles that game, huh?
I know it's a good stat. Tackles. He doesn't do anything else. He tackles them after they run 30 yards.
I turned out the game, and he's 40 yards downfield covering the fastest receiver on the field and he had a pass deflect on that. However, I don't know how old he is. He's whatever. It's okay.
Yeah.
I like Bobby Wagner.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if you can do like money line picks on like awards and stuff. But if I'm doing an easy money line pick, I'm going Aaron Donald. I mean, that's kind of just an easy one to go there.
Defense, Aaron Donald.
I mean, it's not going to be called defensive player of the year anymore. It's going to be
Aaron Donald.
Donald player of the year. Something stupid.
Stan?
Donald. What is Donald?
Offensive player of the year. Moving to the other side of the football. I could go Kyler Murray because I won MVP, or I haven't won an MVP. I'm going to go Deebo Samuel. He leads the league in receiving yards. He carried this 49ers offense. He's one of the best yards after catch receivers in the league right now. I'm going to go Deebo early.
That's where it's hard to go Deebo because in the NFL, one of the hardest stats to get is yards after catch. And that's where Deebo, that's where a lot of fancy gurus or whatever are like iffy on him right now because yards after the catches. But I wouldn't hate that. I'd like to see that. But I'm going to go, since I got Lamar, I'm going to go back to what I was saying earlier with the Titans and Colts. I'm going Derrick Henry. I think they learned last week. I
could have went Christian there, but I didn't, Josh. I didn't.
He got hurt. You can't say that. Don't say that. All right. But I got Derrick Henry. I think Tennessee realizing that second half is that you just have to trust Derrick Henry. Second half, he put up, 170 yards? 160? Something stupid. And like 3 touchdowns. I think Tennessee really learned that they just have to trust Derrick Henry. And that's who's going to carry that team. I know they got Julio, A.J. Brown, but without Derrick Henry, that Tennessee team is not Tennessee.
I completely agree. Last one, Coach of the Year. I'm going to make it simple and easy. If the Panthers keep it up, it's Matt Rule by a landslide. He's did the right stuff this year. He has a brand new quarterback. I think it's Matt Rule or bust if they keep it up.
Oh man, I had the name before we started this, and I lost it. Oh, who was it?
Team.
Oh, I can't even think of it now. That's crazy. Uh, I wouldn't bet against you with Matt Rule there at the start they're having right now. I'll go Matt Rule now because I lost my name.
I like it. I like it. I'm gonna only do one or two of these MLB questions and a little Ryder Cup before we close it off. But the first one is the Braves infield, the best in baseball. Uh, Wait before you say anything, Josh.
That's
This
I don't
past
know his name, but I just saw the team. I was like, okay, Chargers coach. I forgot that's a first year coach.
yeah,
I
that is
forgot
yeah.
about that.
I like that
I
one.
wouldn't bet against that one.
Back to the Braves.
My bad.
No, you're good. The Dansby Swanson came out and said that they had the best infield in baseball, and Ozzy Albies also tweeted it, and that got a lot of people arguing on Twitter. Just baseball infields, and I want to make it simple and easy. I have the infield split. There's no other infield in baseball on the left side of the diamond better than the Red Sox. At third base, Rafael Devers, shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. But then when you look on the other side, the Red Sox don't compare to the Braves. Ozzy Albies at second base. And Freddie Freeman and Bobby Dahlbeck are closer than people think because Bobby has 27 home runs. But Freddie Freeman's at like 324. He's a really good defensive first baseman. And no one in baseball has an infield like that on either side of the diamond. The Dodgers don't have it. The Padres don't have it. No one. So I'm going to split it down the middle and say half and half. Red Sox, Braves, left side, right side.
I'm gonna go Braves easily just because I don't know if anybody watched the Red Sox Yankees series, but I know you're talking hitting and everything, but when I think best
Xander
infield, I just
Bogaerts is
don't.
one of the best defensive shortstops in baseball.
I'm on the right side, bro. I don't remember his name. Your first baseman just watched the ball drop right in the right in the infield.
Bobby Dahlbeck has been the
No, it wasn't
hottest
Dolbeck.
first baseman.
It wasn't Dolbeck. It wasn't Dolbeck.
Well,
He
Dahlbeck
came
is
in to
the
pitch
main
it.
first baseman. That's what I'm talking about.
I didn't know
Baseball,
that.
there's a lot of
Oh,
subs and people playing different days.
I said Dolbeck was pitch hitter that first game. I don't know who it was, but he was. I feel like he's not a bench player though. Who's the other guy that plays first? I don't know why I want to say Kyle Schwarber, but
Schwarber has been rotating at first.
That's what I
So
want to say. It was
maybe.
Kyle Schwarber.
But he's not a normal first baseman, so you can't really blame him.
Well, it was easy routine infield fly, and the ball just dropped right behind him. I don't know what happened there, but that was communication there. But I'm going Braves.
I mean, I can't argue
I'm
with it.
not saying. I'm not saying they're crazy far apart there, but
all hit
I'm going
30 home
Braves.
runs this year, the first time ever. Or actually, maybe Dansby has hit 30, but maybe they did. I think it's the first time ever in infield's all hit 30
Let
home
me ask
runs.
this real quick. Giants. I don't know. Someone told me this. I don't know if it's true. I totally forgot to look it up. It said like the leading home run leader on that team is like only like 25 something home runs.
Yeah, they don't hit a lot of home runs.
But they said they do hit a lot of home runs, but it's just spread out across the whole board.
Maybe.
Like they all hitting like 20 something. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I was told. Like they're leading in home runs or something, or close to leading or something is what I was told. But the leading home run is only 20 something.
I haven't seen it. I'm about to say you can look it up. Talking about the Giants and that division, NL MVP is as close as it's ever been. Bryce Harper, Max Muncy, Fernando Tatis Jr., Juan Soto. That's just a couple of the names in the race. But it's starting to look like none of these guys are going to make the playoffs besides Max Muncy. And he's hitting 250. So I don't think he can win MVP. But my pick, the guy that me and you both like, I have Fernando Tatis Jr. 25 stolen bases, 41 home runs, hitting 285. Defensively, he's been amazing. 250, and also Bryce Harper, who had a terrible first half of the season, or Juan Soto, who is great defensively and didn't have a good start to the season either, over a guy that's been that good all year long in Fernando Tatis Jr.
Tatis has just kind of been cruising consistently throughout the year, and like you said, I'm a fan of Tatis. I like Tatis a lot, so I'm going Tatis there. But I also looked it up. San Francisco is only right behind Blue Jays in home runs this year.
So Vlad pretty much.
Yeah, Blue Jays got 230, 246. Giants got 236.
That is also an infield that I was going to mention, but I don't know if their left side is good enough to compete.
I was gonna say that because hitting wise,
Marcus
I
Simeon's
don't know how
having
they
a
are
cra- yeah,
fielding wise.
Marcus Simeon's having a crazy year at second base. Vladdy's at first. Bo Bichette's at short. Who plays third base for the Blue Jays?
It was
I'm blank. I'm gonna
oh,
search it.
just watched the game the other day. No, I'm about to see what Google's gonna say. Best infield. Let's see who's the. Let's see
Kevin
who's just trying to pull
Biggio.
something out of their butt here on online. Here. Best
Kevin
infield.
Biggio. Trying to see if they have. But he's not. He's Kevin Biggio's not having a hot year, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. So that one kind of ends that one.
Is
Maybe
this
Marcus Simeon and
is this
Vlad.
considered the 2020 year, or am I crazy?
2021.
For baseball, though, is it considered 2020, or is this
I don't think
article?
so.
Well, okay, I just didn't know. No, this. Yeah, never mind. Okay.
I looked at it all
I
last
clicked on an
night.
article, and the first thing it said was Astros. I was like, nobody even said that.
That is the name I thought about because Bregman plays third, Correa plays short, Tuve second, and does Yuli Gurriel play first? I don't know. But the Dodgers.
That's the one
infield is
thing.
iffy.
That's what makes Braves number one. Is because like we named all these teams. Oh, this guy,
It's
this guy, this
complete.
guy,
It's complete.
and then we get to that fourth guy. It's like, wait, who's there? Who is it? Who is it?
Austin Riley.
That's
Dansby
what makes
Swanson,
Braves. That's why
Ozzie, Freddie.
best infield.
Yeah, I agree. Let me get back to my notes here. Last
Manager
one.
of the year.
MLB. Who's going to be the scariest team playing the NL and the AL come playoff time? I mean, I want to go Astros, but I have to go Rays. I've watched them all year long in the AL East. They have the best pitching staff. They have power bats with Nelson Cruz now. I don't think anyone wants to play Tampa.
I mean, I think you kind of know who I'm going here. I think the only team to snap a 10-game win streak with Boston is Yankees. I don't know. I'm just saying it because I'm looking at. I mean, Giancarlo Stanton's. I know you like Soto. I'll give you Soto with the highest bat in MLB right now, but Stanton's got to be number 2. I've watched him carry too many series here recently. Like he took over that Atlanta series, and you were there to witness that.
I don't think
And then-
anyone's scared to face Yankees pitching.
Let me get there. Let me get there. We
Yeah,
got
get there.
we got a couple reliever pitchers coming back. We got Britt, who was like one of the best reliever pitchers in his time when he was healthy. We got Severino back. We still got that Louis Gill guy in the back pocket. Everybody forgot about. He came out and pitched a gem, little rookie there. We still got him. We got Severino back. We got Corey Kluber's slowly making his way back.
Corey Kluber.
So he's slowly still returning. We got a lot of people coming back. I think the only thing that's gonna hurt us is how many games have I watched recently in a row? Ross Chapman just comes in and gives up a home run. I mean, it's just a repeat.
I'd say
after
that on the
repeat.
opposite side of the
So
spectrum.
as
The Red
long as
Sox.
as long as they fix the Ross Chapman part, I mean, I think is a very also scary pitching staff in the come up for postseason.
See, I think when we talk about the Yankees, I think the Yankees Red Sox are in the same kind of spot here. Both teams, the Yankees have won the last 2. Today it's going to be a big game for that wild card spot.
Yeah, what's gonna hurt?
But-
Hopefully, who's gonna finish off the season hotter? Hopefully,
Yeah,
you guys breaking your 10-game win streak doesn't like totally crash you guys.
I think
Both teams gotta like win out to make it.
Both bats are hot. I think when we're coming down the stretch, Yankees have a little bit tougher schedule. The Red Sox have an easy schedule down the stretch. I think they're going to be.
We got like Tampa 3 times, Blue Jays 3 times.
We
You guys play. You guys gotta play Orioles 3 times though. No, we don't.
We play.
You guys
easy
play
teams down
Orioles.
the
Blue
stretch.
Jays play Orioles. We gotta play. Was it you guys? Tampa and
Yeah,
Blue
y'all go
Jays.
through a stretch here, where y'all are going to have a lot of fun and playing some hot teams. But I think both bats are hot, but the pitching is what is problematic for both of these squads, especially bullpen for both of these teams. So it's going to be fun to watch down the stretch of that wild card race and also the entire AL. Last one, cap it off. The Ryder Cup has been going on. The U.S. has looked amazing. The roster includes guys like Morikawa, Dustin Johnson, Bruce Koepka, Bryson DeChambeau, just to name a few. But what is the what is what does this mean for golf that the U.S. is just dominating Europe?
I like it. I like it a lot. I just something about waking up and just seeing the
Yeah,
energy that they are, the emotion that is coming out this year is just amazing. I woke up. I don't know if it could have been an old highlight from yesterday. But I know it was this weekend. It was Justin Thomas. He was like cussing at the crowd, like I can't hear you. After he just sunk a putt, like that got me little goosebumps right
yeah,
there.
but like it's
Getting
just
that from
like
golf,
if you
it's
watch
just
golf, like for real, for like I've gotten a lot more into it over the past few years as I've gotten older. But Hewitt's English is not a consistent golfer, and yesterday he drove a green on a par four, and it's like no shot. Harris
it's
English just
got to
hit
be a.
that.
Is it course? Is it? Is it a shorter
Uh-uh.
course? Because I mean, DeChambeau put one in the greenside bunker. If it wasn't for the bunker, I mean, I think it's past the green. That might have been the same hole that what's his name did it on. I don't know, but
Harris English just slid it up, rode it up the hill, and just 2 feet off the pin. I was like, no shot, dude. I was like, the U.S. has not missed any shots this weekend. Like they've
yeah,
looked
USA
perfect.
is just on fire. I don't.
Yeah,
Rory McIlroy is usually the gem piece of this Ryder Cup. I don't even know what he's doing.
I think
I haven't seen anything about him.
he's out. I want to say, or he like
Was he's not even playing?
I want
I
to say
didn't
he
even know that.
started it and then he like dropped,
Oh,
but I'm not sure.
he's usually like the big carrier for
He,
them over
usually
there.
the EU is like it's closer. The EU's up on days like this. It's like
Yeah,
America's shown example, but it's the young guys for me. I mean, my favorite golfer in the world is Xander Schauffele. He's looked amazing. Tom Morikawa has looked perfect. I think this is gonna be
that's my favorite golf.
yeah, this is gonna be a fun ending to the Ryder
Unless
Cup.
Tiger comes back.
Yeah,
Till
I
then, Colin all the way.
yeah I completely agree. I know it's just been me and Josh today, but I had fun today. It's been a good podcast. We'll be back next Sunday. I might go live during the week on Instagram or talk about our Heisman picks during the week. But you can listen to us on Apple, Spotify, watch it on YouTube. Love you guys. Deuces.
Loses.